Welcome to your Influence newsletter for August. In some respects, I'm speaking to you at a relatively quiet time as Parliament is now in recess and most of us are enjoying our summer holidays. However, of course, the ongoing Conservative leadership election is of great interest to us all, given that the winner will immediately become the next Prime Minister, and there are likely to be some significant policy changes in the wake of that change. In the weeks following the announcement of the leadership result on the 5th of September, there's likely to be an emergency budget, and depending on who wins, there may well be imminent changes to business taxation and other measures to support vulnerable consumers and businesses against the worrying escalation of energy prices and rising inflation more generally. In the IoD's view, such measures are urgently needed given the impact that inflationary pressures are having on our business confidence. So, for example, the IoD's July 2022 Directors' Economic Confidence Index, which measures business leader optimism in terms of prospects for the UK economy, remained very low in July at -54, although this was a slight rise from the value of -60 recorded in June. And of course, the Bank of England is now forecasting a recession starting in the fourth quarter this year and persisting throughout 2023. It's therefore essential that the new political leadership, whoever it is, at numbers 10 and 11, sets out a clear economic strategy and in particular provides stronger investment incentives to counter the downturn in confidence. However, before we all get too gloomy and a recession becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, it's worth, I think, noting a few things. Firstly, our surveys of IoD members still point to economic growth. Most of the business leaders that we represent saw their order books growing in the last few months rather than shrinking. And more businesses are saying that they plan to increase headcount in the next 12 months than reduce it. Secondly, we should recognise that the Bank of England's forecast assumes that energy prices will be high and flat into the medium term. Now, the markets think that they're going to fall. So if you believe markets rather than economists, inflationary pressures may well start to abate in the coming months, which could provide a real boost to confidence. Thirdly, the Bank of England's forecast assumes no change in government policy in the autumn. Now, given the fierce debate that's currently raging amongst the leadership candidates, that seems like an unlikely assumption. In fact, the more likely outcome is that the government will feel under immense pressure to make major policy changes, both to support businesses and consumers, and your IoD will be seeking to influence those decisions on your behalf. Now, as you know, the IoD has been one of the leading campaigners for a reversal in April's hike in national insurance, which imposed a flat cost increase on business at just the wrong time. Since then, we've worked consistently with MPs and other politicians to persuade them of a need for a rethink on that. So I think there are reasons for staying positive over the holiday period before we launch into a new wave of policy activity in September. And with that more positive thought in mind, I wish you a most enjoyable summer. Thank you.